welcome to the Spoil Heap, where we're going to pick over the spoils of today's excavations, and we're here in Oxfordshire, and we're really pleased to be joined by Natalie and Gus. Guys, how are you doing? All right?
Pretty good. Very good.
Good. Yeah. It's day one. It's just finished lunch, and you guys have been out exploring, doing a bit of filming. Natalie, how's it all going?
It's been cool. Yeah, I've been down looking at strange land formations with Stuart (brackets not a euphemism), in which we've been trying to work out whether it's gardens, what it might have been, and was this the land he tells me with total authority, and I believe him, was sculpted rather than just turning out. I've just come straight out of London. I'm like, doesn't it just look like this in the countryside? Oh no, okay. But yeah, so we've been trying to work out the relationship between the gardens, the villa.
This is the Roman garden, the villa gardens.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see.
Excellent. How about yourself, Gus?
Well, they kept telling me how difficult archaeology is, but I was there on the top of the hill when they began the first trench, 2 minutes in, and we're pulling out amazing things like roof tiles, and it's 12 inches beneath the surface of the soil. We're already uncovering really amazing archaeology.
We've both groped a nail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Same nail? Or
I know, that's the actual same nail.
Oh,
Yeah.
a bit jealous.
As you should be.
So is there anything you're particularly both looking forward to coming out of the villa? Is there a Roman find or a room or a bit of something?
Is this the point where we bang tankards on the table and demand a mosaic?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like a mosaic.
Yeah.
Of course I would. Of course I would. There are some such beautiful Roman mosaics in Britain. Imagine if we saw one. I would cry proper girl tears.
Oh, Gus, how about you? Anything you're looking forward
Just
to?
sheer scale.
Scale.
I mean, just huge villa, just the sense of it's such a gorgeous site that you could just imagine some really sort of wealthy sort of Roman oligarch sort of sitting by some sort of pool up at the top there, looking out, surveying his or her land. And I just love the idea of some really grand features, perhaps some wonderful Roman plumbing.
So there is talk of a bathhouse, isn't there, potentially, and so that could be
Bang
linked.
tankard again. Hypercaust.
Standing in the hypercaust is the dream.
That would be great, to stand in a hypercaust.
That would be all right, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So are you guys finding you're learning and picking up stuff from, because there are so many different experts here that either specialise in photogrammetry or metal detecting or just Matt with his excavation expertise. Do you find you're already absorbing nuggets of information and knowledge from all these people, or?
I mean, I'm confident I could bluff it out, for a while before anyway. It's not like surgery, is it? It's not like you're going to do any permanent wait.
Still works for us.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be fine. Yeah, it is incredible having, every time you walk across the field, you can ask somebody something and they'll tell you properly detailed, amazing stuff. Mainly I'm fixating at the moment on just how secluded this site is. Do you know what I mean? It's like from this, you think, well, if you built a villa there, it's not overlooked from anywhere. There's no way you could have defended it. You must have felt so secure in where you were, because it's like on all sides. It's basically
He was looking in.
you'd be 20 seconds away before anyone in the villa knew you were there.
Yeah.
And so they must have felt very sure of themselves, which feels interesting.
Is it pompousness? Presenting.
It's very Roman, isn't it? Either way, that total confidence in who you are and where you are. Not necessarily warranted, obviously, but
Sort of in stark contrast to the Iron Age features we've got around, there's a couple of hill forts in the area, and they're always in visible, prominent places.
Right.
These massive view sheds. I think there's one just over there, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then in the lowland area, you've got this kind of complete change around of attitude to landscape, which is quite interesting.
and maybe also disdated.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's like you want to perform your wealth, I think, generally, when you're building a villa. But at the same time, this is being performed to a very select audience, isn't it?
How about then? So this is dig 2. How did you guys find Cornwall? Gus? Did you have a nice time? Was it what you were expecting? Did you get the answers that you were hoping for? Were there questions that remained unanswered?
I came back, so I adored it, and I had no idea how Time Team was put together. And that idea of 3 days, that you might kind of believe, that's all just sort of, that's all sort of theatre that's kind of made up in the edit suite. But it really is as chaotic as it looks on screen.
Yeah, we can both.
And it really does kind of come together in the last few hours, and that it's the sense of the team and how everyone is pulling together to make sure that we get those sorts of crystallizations of the narrative. That was really quite compelling. And on this site, where it's such a big space and so many different sorts of possibilities, that what we choose to go with and what we will leave at the end of the 3 days, I mean, those are big questions that we'll have to ask ourselves over the sort of next 24 hours.
It must be quite nice to know how the story ends in a sense.
Aliens. Oh no.
There's the
I
Twitter
knew
storm.
it.
And you guys, how have you, I mean, is it as you felt as well? Because you're new to this, just like
Yeah, it's I think for us it's been seeing, because we grew up with Time Team, and it's a large reason as to why we're archaeologists today.
Yeah, it was omnipresent really.
Yeah.
Certainly doing undergrads and stuff, you'd watch Time Team to revise. We didn't do well.
Yeah, did it well enough. Yeah. But yeah, it's great to see that it is, as you said, Gus, it is it's portrayed, and everyone is as lovely as they seem on the telly, and it is a proper team of coming together and delivering something fantastic.
And the community, the reaction to, as that surprised you, being on the inside and getting a sense of it?
Absolute joy.
Yeah.
I've lost more hours than I'd care to admit scrolling through comments particularly on Patreon, because I suppose those are the folks who are investing their money in this. They're the backers, they're the supporters, and to see their comments positive across the board about almost anything they've seen that we've done, the team's done, the 3D models.
It's been really rewarding on that side, hasn't it? It's just, to have such a warm welcome, and their comments for you guys are obviously really warm and welcoming as well. So yeah, it's been brilliant, really nice experience. So yeah, I guess we should get back to work.
Yeah, isn't this work?
I think people are going to want to quicken these guys away, stage left any second. But thank you both for your time.
Thank you. It's been lovely.
And enjoy the rest. We'll catch up with you in the next couple of days and see what you've helped unearth and discover. And are you going to do any more troweling?
I mean, I brought my trowel.
Your trowel?
Yeah,
Good.
it's in my actual bag.
Excellent.
I could produce it at any minute and start unhelpfully.
Do you have to have a licence for that?
I think not the speed I use it is the short answer.
Gus, have you got a trowel yet?
I haven't. I mean, would they trust? I mean, Natalie.
Oh dear.
Only one of us is fluent in Latin.
You're not meant to share it.
Yeah, no,
Do you have
we're
a
not.
sharing
No, it's
agreement?
mine.
No. Guys, thanks very much. Thank you.
Time Team is back. The iconic show returns to film 2 brand new excavations, a huge Roman villa in Oxfordshire and an Iron Age settlement in Cornwall with underground tunnels known locally as the Fugu. We've already taken you behind the scenes here and on Patreon, and the programmes are currently in post-production, coming to this channel in spring. So please subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell to ensure you catch up with all the latest updates.
Please do subscribe to this channel, follow us on social media, sign up to our newsletter, and join us on Patreon.